Hello, this is Mr. DeBetts, and in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use some Adobe Express features in order to animate your photos. These are some basic animations that you can apply to photos, and then you can upload it on Instagram, onto YouTube, sort of anything you want to do here. So first thing you want to do is you want to go to look up Adobe Express in Google. Once you find it, it's going to open up this menu, and you're going to go to Get Started in the All-in-One Editor. And then we're going to start from scratch. All right. Once you start from scratch, you're going to see that you have all sort of these different menus here for headlines, dates, prices. You can add text. You got different templates. But first thing we want to do is to upload our photo. So in this case, I'm going to use this photo from the Palace of Fine Arts that I took. As you can see, the size of the photo does not fit the size of our canvas. So all I'm going to do is increase the size until we get it to fill up our canvas here. I think that looks pretty good. Cool. All right. First thing I'm going to show you is just how to add text. So add text, you go to the side panel, click text. Here you can search for a specific font type or a style. In this case, I am just going to add my own text. I'm going to do, so you have different layouts. You have default, you have this nice circular one, you have one with the text flow. In this case, I'm going to go for this nice sort of circular one. And then I am going to move it so it is in between the nice Palace of Fine Arts building here. Then same thing, you can adjust the size, so I'm going to adjust the size. And then I'm going to write the Palace of Fine Arts in between here. Cool. So once you add the text, you can actually customize it. So you can make it bold, you can italicize. I'm going to change the color though, just so it's a little more readable. I'm going to make it this sort of nice little red here. Once you change the color, you can also sort of adjust the opacity if you want. So I'm going to make this a little fade out here. And then I have this sort of nice little circular thing around the Palace of Fine Arts. Now I want to add a little animation to it. So I'm going to click animation. And then I'm going to make the text spin. So I'm going to choose spin. Once you apply this effect, you're going to see it opens up your timeline. And now you'll see this little spin. It doesn't last very long. In order to customize that, just go to the spin menu. I'm going to increase the intensity to about 80. And then I'm going to have the duration last for about 2 seconds, we'll say. Cool. So now when I watch it, you'll see it sort of spin into the middle here. I can't really read the text, so I'm actually going to go back to the text and make it a little more readable. So I'm going to make this a little darker. Cool. So again, now I have some text. It's going to say the Palace of Fine Arts. It's going to spin, and it sort of fits the frame nicely. I'm also going to add maybe a few more stickers here. So in order to do that, you want to go to the side, and you're going to look for the tab called, I believe, Animation. Sorry, Elements. Once you're in the Elements, you get different icons, you get different stickers. In this case, I'm going to add a little sun just above the thing here. So I'm going to click, I'm going to drag this over. All I do is drop it. So I'm going to drop it off screen. Then I'm going to resize the sun so then that it sort of fits above the Palace of Fine Arts here. This one already has a built-in animation, which is nice. And again, if you wanted to customize the animation a little bit, all you have to do is sort of go into these this menu here. All right, I'm going to add one more element. I'm going to add a little fish in the water. So I'm going to click, I'm going to drag this over. I'm going to resize it a little bit so it isn't too big. So now again I have this little fish. I'm going to rotate it so it's facing the other direction, maybe facing upwards. And then we're going to sort of see what this looks like with the fish. So he's just sort of spazzing out here. I'm actually going to have the fish change this a little bit for the positioning. I'm going to have it here at the bottom. And then I'm going to go to my animation tab. I'm going to have it drop out of the screen. So now when this plays, the fish will drop. You just start twitching there. And again, we have our Palace of Fine Arts.